Ever thought about growing your own herbs at home? Well, there's never been a better time to start, and here's why. Growing herbs at home can be a game changer in your kitchen. Imagine the vibrant flavors of fresh basil, mint, or rosemary right at your fingertips, ready to elevate your culinary creations. But the benefits don't stop at flavor enhancement. Homegrown herbs can also help you save money. No more shelling out for a bundle of herbs at the grocery store, only to use a few sprigs and watch the rest wilt away. Moreover, cultivating your own herbs contributes to a healthier lifestyle. You're not only controlling what goes into your meals but also adding a touch of greenery to your space. Gardening can be therapeutic, a moment to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with nature. Growing your own herbs can be simple, rewarding, and a great addition to your daily meals. You might be wondering, which herbs should I start with? It's a question that pops up in the minds of many first-time gardeners. So let's dive into a curated list of easy-to-grow herbs that are perfect for your kitchen garden. First up, we have basil, a favorite in Italian cuisine. Basil is a sun-loving herb that needs about 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. It thrives in well-draining soil and requires watering when the top inch of soil feels dry. Harvest the leaves as you need them, but remember to pinch off the flowering tops to encourage bushier growth. Next on our list is mint. This herb is a hardy perennial that enjoys a bit of shade. It can be quite invasive, so consider planting it in a pot to keep it contained. Mint likes moist soil, so keep it well watered. Frequent harvesting of the leaves encourages a bushier plant, so don't be shy to pick those minty leaves for your mojitos or mint tea. Parsley, another versatile herb, prefers full sun, but can tolerate partial shade. It likes rich, well-drained soil and should be watered regularly. Harvest the outer leaves first, and it will continue to grow from the center. Rosemary is a robust herb that loves the sun and prefers well-draining soil. It's drought-tolerant, so be careful not to overwater. Harvest sprigs as needed, but never take more than 1/3 of the plant at a time. Finally, we have thyme. This herb is a sun lover and grows best in well-draining soil. It's drought-tolerant like rosemary, so it doesn't need frequent watering. When harvesting, cut the top leafy sections, leaving the woody stems behind. When selecting herbs for your garden, consider your culinary preferences and the herb's growing conditions. Most herbs are relatively easy to grow and require similar care, making them perfect for beginners. And the best part? You'll have fresh, fragrant herbs at your fingertips, ready to elevate your cooking to new heights. Remember, the best herb to grow is the one you'll enjoy using the most in your kitchen. Ready to get your hands dirty? It's time to plant your herbs. Don't worry, we're going to break it down into simple, manageable steps. First things first, you need to choose the right pots for your herbs. Consider the size of the mature plants. Some herbs like mint spread out so they need a wide pot. Others, like rosemary, grow tall and need a deep pot. Most importantly, ensure your pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Next up, let's talk soil. You want to use a well-draining, nutrient-rich potting mix. Avoid garden soil as it tends to compact over time, which can stifle your herbs' growth. Add a bit of compost or organic matter to give your herbs a nutrient boost. Now that you have your pots and soil ready, let's get to planting. If you're starting with seeds, sow them directly into moist soil. Sprinkle a thin layer of soil over the top, just enough to cover them. Remember, some herbs like basil need light to germinate, so don't bury them too deep. If you're planting seedlings, dig a hole in the center of the pot. The hole should be deep enough to cover the root ball of your seedling. Place your seedling in the hole, fill in with soil, and gently firm the soil around the plant. Spacing is crucial when planting herbs. Overcrowding can lead to poor air circulation and increase the risk of disease. As a general rule, leave about 6 to 12 inches between each plant. This gives them plenty of room to grow and flourish. After planting, give your herbs a good drink of water. Water thoroughly until you see water coming out of the drainage holes. But remember, while herbs love water, they don't like to sit in it. So always let the soil dry out a bit between waterings. With these steps, you're well on your way to a flourishing kitchen garden. Just imagine, soon you'll be harvesting your own homegrown herbs, adding that fresh aromatic touch to your meals. But before we get to that, let's move on to the next important step, caring for your herbs. So stick around, there's more to learn. Now that your herbs are planted, how do you keep them thriving? The key lies in watering, pruning, and pest control. Let's start with watering. Herbs prefer moist but well-drained soil. Too much water and your herbs might drown, too little and they can shrivel up. A simple thumb rule is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry. Next up, we have pruning. Regular pruning encourages lush and bushy growth. Don't be afraid to snip off a few leaves or stems. It's like giving your plants a little haircut. The best part? You can use these cuttings in your kitchen. Now, let's tackle pest control. No one likes uninvited guests, especially if they're munching on your herbs. But before you reach for the chemical sprays, remember, there are natural ways to deal with pests. For instance, a simple solution of dish soap and water can discourage many common pests. Ladybugs and spiders, on the other hand, are your garden's best friends. They love to snack on aphids and other pests, so if you see these critters, let them be. Another natural pest control method is companion planting. Certain plants, when grown together, can deter pests. For example, planting basil alongside your tomatoes can keep flies and mosquitoes at bay. Finally, let's talk about harvesting. The more you harvest, the more your herbs will grow. When picking leaves, always start from the top. This encourages the plant to branch out and become fuller. Remember to never take more than a third of the plant at a time. This way, your herbs will continue to thrive and provide you with fresh flavor for your meals. The world of herb care and maintenance might seem a little daunting at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's as simple as it can be. And the rewards? Well, they're as fresh and tasty as it gets. Remember, a little care goes a long way when it comes to growing herbs. You've grown them. Now, how do you use them? That's the question we're answering today, as we dive into the world of cooking with freshly grown herbs. First things first, using fresh herbs in your cooking is a game changer. They add a pop of flavor that dried herbs simply can't match. Plus, they're packed with nutrients, making your meals healthier and more vibrant. Let's start with basil. This fragrant herb is a staple in Italian cuisine. Toss it into a fresh tomato sauce or sprinkle it over a homemade pizza. You can even blend it with pine nuts, garlic, and olive oil for a quick and easy pesto. Next up, we have mint. It's not just for toothpaste and gum, folks. Mint is incredibly versatile. It can brighten up a simple salad, add a refreshing twist to your lemonade, or give an unexpected kick to a bowl of fresh fruit. Parsley is another herb that deserves a spot in your kitchen. It's often used as a garnish, but it's so much more than that. Try it in a tabbouleh salad, mix it into a chimichurri sauce, or incorporate it in your favorite soup for a burst of freshness. Then there's rosemary. Its strong, aromatic flavor pairs beautifully with roasted meats, especially lamb and chicken. You can also add it to your potatoes or use it to infuse your olive oil. Last but not least, thyme. This herb is a powerhouse of flavor. It's fantastic in slow-cooked dishes like stews and roasts. It also plays well with lemon, garlic, and other herbs, making it a great addition to marinades. Now, what if you have more herbs than you can use right away? No problem, you can preserve them. One way is to dry them. Simply tie them in bunches and hang them upside down in a warm, dry place. Once they're dry, you can store them in airtight containers. Another method is freezing. Chop your herbs, place them in an ice cube tray, cover them with olive oil or water, and pop them in the freezer. As you can see, fresh herbs can really elevate your meals. They're a delicious and nutritious way to bring your garden right to your table. So, are you ready to start your herb garden journey? It's been quite an enlightening stroll through the verdant world of herb gardening, hasn't it? We've discovered the benefits of growing our own herbs, from flavoring our meals to saving money and promoting a healthier lifestyle. We've explored a selection of easy-to-grow herbs like basil, mint, parsley, rosemary, and thyme, each with their own unique care requirements and harvesting tips. We've learned about planting herbs, choosing the right pots and soil, and the importance of proper spacing and depth. We've also delved into the essentials of care and maintenance, including watering, pruning, and natural pest control methods. And let's not forget the exciting part: using our freshly grown herbs in everyday cooking, and even preserving them for future use. Growing herbs at home is a simple, rewarding way to enhance your cooking and lifestyle. Why not give it a try?